Hi everyone, today I'm going to swatch out the Prima Marketing Complexion watercolor set. So it is this cute little tin with an included swatch chart, but I'm going to swatch them in the swatch chart as well as in my color cookbook here. So they come wrapped in these little bonbon pans, as watercolors usually do. And so I'm going to unwrap these and get them all set up with a little drop of water on each of them to start the swatching process. So I'm unwrapping the gold piece here, and here are the names of the pre-mixed colors in this palette: black, coconut, tiki, peach cobbler, lemonade, gold, cavern, bear, redwood, chant, namaste, and unite. So if you don't know how to put in half pan watercolors into the tin, I'm going to show you here. So you see how I bent forward those top prongs? So you want to bend them all forward a little bit, too much, just a little bit over the amount you think is got the pan is going to be tight. And then when you put the bottom of the pan on, you just push the top, and just like that, it will snap in. So you tilt it, you put the bottom in, and then you snap the top up in there. And these ones are a teeny bit loose, so if that happens, then you just take it out and bend it forward again, just like I did there. And then fit the bottom in, and then push the top forward, snap, and it just snaps into place just like that. Okay, and now I'm doing the bottom ones. See how I'm pushing them forward like that, and then angling the top part down, and then snapping the bottom this time into place. All right, I'm almost ready to do my swatches, and what I'm doing now is just putting a dab or two of clear water on top of the cakes to let them to let that sink in and let them be a little bit creamy and easier to take off the pan in order to swatch them. So for each swatch here, I'm going to lay down some clear water first, and then put some of the pure color in the top, and then just sort of bring it down into a little bit of a clear wash at the bottom of the swatch. So I'm going to swatch these out quickly here, but I'm going to swatch them out better in my color cookbook in larger swatches, so just stay tuned for that. I'm just going to talk about these for a little bit. It's very strange that they added a pure black to the complexion set, because as far as I know, you wouldn't want to use a real black color in someone's skin. Also, I was wishing for more pinks and purples, because you really need a cool tone in people's skin when you're doing portraits and painting them. You need cool colors for the shadows. So I'm a bit mystified as to why there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medium yellowish brownish colors, and 3 or 4 sort of burnt sienna colors. They all seem to be shades of the same color. So I mean, Prima Marketing watercolors are marketed towards crafters, and even though they are pretty good quality and a great deal, the thing is they're pre-mixed sort of convenience colors. They're really marketed for people who don't want to spend the time, or possibly don't know how to mix colors on their own from a traditional set. So they are very convenient in that way, in that they're pre-mixed convenience colors. which can be, you know, good if it just saves you time and whatnot. However, I really don't need 5 of these same gold shades for skin. I would have liked to have seen a clear red, maybe a mid-tone blush color, another pink maybe, and a purple to create some cool shadows. And that black is just, to me, it's kind of out of place. Yes, we say people are black in skin tone as a quick reference. You know, obviously we're not white either. But you really don't want to use black in someone's skin tone, like pure black. Just like you wouldn't use pure white. So, or you can, but it's better to mix the colors. But anyway, here are the quick swatches, and we'll get into the color cookbook swatches now. I am a real fan of this small size tin. I just think it's the perfect size tin, and I like that you can take out the middle like this. This tin alone, to buy it on Amazon, would be like $20. So I think the whole set here was $24 or $25. So it's a good deal. But like I said, I would have liked to have seen more varied colors and a pink and a purple. And anyway, I'm also using the Prima Marketing size, I think it's a size 12. Sorry, I can't remember. Is it a 12 or a 16 brush? And I really liked using this size brush, so I was happy with the brush that I bought it for $8 on sale. It was half price on their website, as well as I bought this complexion set on their website. It was 20% off or something. And so here I'm swatching out the black. Again, I really don't need another black. I mean, there's a black that comes in almost every watercolor set that I have, and I really just don't need another black. But anyway, it's in the complexion set, and as you can see now that all of the swatches are out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of yellowy orangey shades that are very similar. I mean, I don't need all those, so that's mystifying. I like the light yellow one near the lemonade color, and then maybe one of those deeper shades would have been sufficient. So the light yellow and then one of the mid-tone oranges, and then I feel like I could have gotten, you know, different colors for the ones that they put in there. And then look at the browns. There's like 4 deep burnt sienna colors that are very similar. That really I could have had the one sort of reddish burnt sienna and then maybe a purple. Or shades of, you know, a light yellow, then a medium yellow, a dark yellow, or an opaque-ish yellow, like a Naples yellow, and then a translucent yellow. But these are all sort of not very translucent. They've got that opaque feel to them, which sort of lets me think that there's binders in there and they're mixed pigments. Well, I know they probably are mixed pigments, because when a company is proud that they're using single pigments and artist quality, they easily give the information to the public, and people are having a hard time finding out what pigments are in these paints, and there's probably a reason for that. So here's the lemonade color, and it seems to be the only base for a Caucasian skin tone, and I like this color because it's the only reddish like color with pink in it, and there's a lot of pink in people's noses and ears and where the blood comes in, so to your skin tone. So again, I would have liked to have seen some more reddish pinky colors. I still wouldn't know what to use for some cool shadows, because there are none. There are no options, and you don't want to use black. It just shows a lack of understanding of what shadows are, what tones they're made out of, if you start putting that black and the dark brown in as the shadow colors. But I'll have to play around and try to make a portrait and see exactly in real life how these perform. And of course, I could throw in my own, use one of my own purples or whatever, which is probably what I'll end up doing. And then you don't really get the true, using just this palette for a complexion. But maybe I'll force myself to use just this palette and see if I can come up with some good skin tones. But again, I don't think these are fine artists watercolors. A fine artist is not going to use these solely in their painting. So the real benefit and pull of these Prima Marketing little cute sets like the Decadent Pies and the Complexion series are that they are aggregated sets of pre-mixed convenience colors. So it really makes it easy to just, if you're doing a landscape painting or a portrait, you just grab the Complexion set or the Decadent Pies or the Tropicals or whichever one, and maybe add a few of your own colors in if you just need some more. But they are really great for crafters and Bible journalers and whatnot, or grabbing just to do a quick painting or studies too would be really great to use these for. So my first impressions swatching these colors out are they are clearly not the highest grade of paints out there, and I don't want to come off at all as elitist or anything like that, because these paints are less chalky feeling and they perform much better, and they're really smooth and creamy and lay down in a flat, nice wash, rather than student grade or children's grade paints. But it's very hard to find what pigment mix each color is. They're clearly not single pigment, and there's probably lots of filler in there, and we don't know how light fast they are. So that is a big factor. So I really wonder how much filler is in these colors, because the company does not provide what pigments are used. And there are convenience colors, they're already mixed, so you can tell they're not single pigment like traditional watercolors are. What you could do is put a couple more pans in the middle there for a grab and go complexion set. If you want to put a luminous purple in there, maybe a neutral gray and a rose, translucent rose or red in there, that would be good. These colors are less chalky and probably have less filler than the student grade or children's brand. So in that way, they are a good starter set to practice with. But the minus for that is you don't get to learn your color mixing, so just beware of that. But they are good for a grab and go. Anyway, I think you probably understand what I'm saying. I really would like to see some more luminous colors in there just for a little bit of glazing, because this is a more illustrative type paint. Again, kind of like the Gansai, which are a special type of watercolor. They're not like a traditional English watercolor. They are their own beast, if you will. But anyway, I'll have to make a painting with these and see how they are. But the tin is just adorable. I mean, I love the cute little size of it. And if I don't end up reaching for these exact colors ever, I always have I can take out the pans and refill them with some of my better quality stuff, or we'll just have to see, how much I reach for these. I'm just not sure at this point. So here we're coming up to the last color, which is Unite, And I'll have to say about all of these they're smooth. If you like they do move in the water, as you can see that I'm demonstrating here, and they're smooth. They're not really granulating, so that's nice for doing complexions. And so they're really nice to use in that way, and that they give a nice smooth coverage. As you can see here, it's really easy to get a flat wash, which can be difficult for beginners. And as for light fastness, I have heard that they're labeled as good, but there isn't much information out there to find that out. So I'm finished swatching here. Here are all the colors from the top left: black, and then coconut, tiki, and then peach cobbler, lemonade, and gold, which actually has a gold tinge to it. It's sparkly, like a subtle metallic, which is pretty. Then cavern, bear, and redwood. And then at the bottom is chant, namaste, and unite. So overall, these paints are a great value for people who are learning, or if you just want a quick convenience colors that are already pre-mixed in your crafting or your journaling, or you're doing things like that. And I don't want to say that these are low quality or anything, because they're really nice to use and they're pretty good quality. It's just that I've watched YouTubers and young artists compare these Prima Marketing watercolors to Schminke and other higher quality colors, and they do paintings side by side, and it's just not the same thing at all. As these ones come off looking sort of, they said that they look more real and muted colors, and then the Schminke colors looked too hot and garish and like glowing. But you can't compare them like that, because the Prima Marketing colors are pre-mixed colors. You can't slap on a yellow, a luminous, beautiful, translucent yellow right from the pan onto a painting and expect it to look like the painting was a nature painting. And you can't expect that to look natural, because you have to mix those colors in order to create the tones that are found in nature, that are more muted values. And so these are, I just want to make that distinction. These are pre-mixed colors, convenience colors, and the higher quality colors, you get the set and they're there for your mixing, and you can pretty much make most colors from those palettes. But you need to have some knowledge and practice of the color theory and mixing your colors. So here we are at the end, looking at these beautiful pre-mixed Prima Marketing Complexion swatches. And if you agree with me or disagree, leave a comment below. That can benefit the whole community. And thanks so much for watching, and drop a like and subscribe if you care to, and have a great day, guys.